Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got Reejr playing the Tier 6 Russian battleship Izmail. On his team is Alf Radagast in the Graf Spee. On the other team, Chuck in the Fuso, Squidpent in the Graf Spee. So, this is always fun. Always fun to get a chance to shoot other ICOPs. Now I'm going to take just a moment and address a recent bug that has been introduced to World of Warships, where this box, and this setting will not stay set for replays. In the game it does, but for replays I have to go in and manually do it every time. Now why do I do it? Because, well, you get some great information about the ships, their level of hit points, and I find that information very helpful, and I hope you do too. Now that's both the ships themselves. You can see the little green lines above the ships, the name of the player, the name of the ship, and the green line, of course, is their hit points. And you can see it represented numerically inside of that green rectangle. Then you've got a green rectangle in the upper left of the screen, a red rectangle in the upper right of the screen, and it tells you all the ships on either team and what their relative hit points are based on their last spotting. On your team you see it no matter what, but for the red ships, last time you saw it, you can see how many hit points it had. So we've got really no caps to contest. These are interesting games. Each team with a cap. You don't want to leave the caps completely unprotected because one of these DDs can always sneak in between, and at some point, usually mid to late game, get inside your cap circle and force your team to kind of turn around and have to contend with that. So we know that there's a DD out here. It's just a question of whether it's the Z-31 or the Kamikaze. The friendlies have got Podvoisky this side. Podvoisky is very fast and decent guns, but not very good detection. So unless he turns and runs more north, we may not see that DD for a while, the red DD. Taking a look at the mini-map, we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ships this side, and it looks like we're going to have, well, a fair number in the center of the map. 6 ships in the center, basically in the friendly cap. Now New Orleans, it's pretty maneuverable, but it doesn't look like this guy's aware of that, and Reejr really makes him pay. Nice shot, Reejr. So we're looking for the Fuso and the Graf Spee. And I can see the Fuso way up there at, what, Delta 3, Delta 4? So it may be a while before Reejr can shoot one of the other ICOPs. I mean, he could shoot Alf, but that rarely happens, even with Reejr. Those of you who don't know, Reejr's a great guy. We poke a lot of fun. He's our resident cranky old man, but we have a lot of cranky old men in ICOP. Myself included, I suppose. The enemy Königsberg up there is, well, he is living La Vida Loca. That's both of those guys. That's a dangerous ship to cruise around broadside in. It is essentially just a large citadel wrapped with aluminum foil. This could be very, very bad for John Elway 7. Yep. Nice shot, Reach. Alright, that's That's 2 citadels and 1 kill for Reejr. Let's see if Fred Machado will bring the nose to starboard a little bit, making a citadel a little bit easier from here. They may not have to. Izmail's guns are pretty accurate, usually right out to around 12 kilometers. Those went a little bit high. So we can see Z31 is on this side. New Orleans goes down to the enemy New Orleans that Reejr was just trying to finish off. Both teams now down a cruiser. Reejr focusing now on a broadside New York. Those of you who have played the New York know that the ship is very slow. And Reejr does a little over 9k damage. 3 pens, 1 bounce off the belt, and 1 ricochet. Now that enemy New Orleans, he's gone to help out with the friendly Akatsuki that went into the cap. That was crazy of the Akatsuki to go in the cap. He's probably dead. Yeah. Yeah, you see that. These mid to low tier games, you see that fairly regularly. Somebody says, I'm going to be a hero and go in the cap, and then I don't know whether it's going to happen in this game, but a lot of times then they complain that nobody helped them. Well. And it looks like the friendly York has a similar idea. Reejr's currently targeted by 2 enemy ships. So he's going to swing around, rotate the guns to the other side of the ship, and start falling back a bit. Guns on Izmail obviously do not rotate very quickly, but it looks like New York is going to very, very kindly turn his ship basically flat broadside to Reejr. Really got lucky there. And, well, Reejr, he'll get the front guns off, I think, before New York changes his angle. 10 seconds, Reejr will get another shot with everything he has. It's a fairly low island on the horizon there. All it's going to take is that volley. That's going to do it. Oh, that's a shame. Well, there's nothing else to shoot at right now anyway. So why not put those shells in the air? Enemy kamikaze rushed into the cap. Alpha Radagast and the KGV were there to meet him and turn him around. Now, one of the disadvantages of having one flank essentially move center is that it just leaves the flank open to be pushed. And you can see that the enemy Gneisenau and Chuck and the Fuso, they took advantage of that and pushed around the corner, and that provides some angles. So as the green ships are maneuvering, the red ships are going to find it as a team much easier to find broadsides. Alf takes out the kamikaze, and that's a big deal. Kamikaze is a serious threat. It's got a fantastic detection radius. Torpedoes reload very quickly, and they hit super hard. So that's really great. That looks like it's really going to hurt. Nope. New Orleans backed away a little bit faster than Reejr accounted for. Friendly Helena takes out the enemy Königsberg.
Горим! Пожарная тревога!
This is really a little beyond optimal range here for the Izmail. You can see that Alf just went down. He was pretty low HP there, burning.
Problem solved, sir.
So where is Squid? Chuck is moving very slowly, showing a lot of broadside. Just turning in now, but that's going to hurt. Yeah, almost 20k. That was that hurt. Reejr's angled up fairly well to Fuso, but the Gneisenau out there, and to a lesser extent the New Orleans, could be putting shells into his broadside, but it looks like they're both focused on the Koenig. Giulio Cesari's coming through the center. That's not good. Koenig's probably going to go down here to the Giulio, if I had to guess. That shot hurt. And Giulio is no joke. Good guys now down 5 ships, bad guys down only 4. Bad guys do have a points lead. It is kind of amazing that that KGV is just sailing broadside to the Gneisenau and to the Fuso, and they're both still targeting Reejr. I guess I can understand it. Everybody enjoys getting a chance to shoot at Reejr. Well, that hurt. Chuck's paying a heavy price getting in that close. And his focus on Reejr is really costing him. Reejr's in a bad spot right now because he's got Giulio on one side. Well, that helps a lot. KGV taking up Chuck and the Fuso. Chuck pushed in, and it cost him. And the Gneisenau is a pretty speedy ship. He looks like he's just going to try and take advantage of that speed, stay alive as long as possible. Both ships now down, or excuse me, both teams now down 5 ships. And the good guys actually have a little bit of a lead, but that's not going to last long as that Giulio Cesare is in the cap. As long as he's in that cap, good guys are not getting any more points. Koenig goes down to the Giulio Cesare. And Giulio is nose in to Reejr. She's going to make it really tough. Now, Giulio does not have what I would call great armor. And he is showing some side. Oh, this is really going to hurt Giulio. May just finish him here. Yeah, that's it. He widened out and showed broadside to Izmail at pretty close range, and it doesn't matter what battleship you're driving. That will almost certainly be a really painful experience. Oof, Gneisenau just smashed Reejr. Reejr had to choose between heading north and coming about and trying to get himself in position to defend the cap. But now he's going to be showing broadside to one or the other. I would hit that heel right away, and he did. Be right back. Well, if you're keeping track, that's kill number 3 for Reejr. He's got a whole host of new targets that just came around the corner. Looks like that New Orleans is shooting HE. Trying to get Reejr burning, but he's got to hit him first. And there is Squid, and he's showing a lot of broadside. Torps on the way there. Reejr has avoided those nicely. A little bit of chip damage on Squid's Grafspee, but not enough. Z-31, I think, put all of his... Well, you hear the expression, all your eggs in one basket. That's kind of what he did with the torpedoes. Had he spread them out a little bit more, he might have landed at least one, and that might have done the trick. A little too much lead there.
Горим! Пожарная тревога!
Aim into the superstructure a little bit more, midships. And Reejr's got to turn around here because Greshve also has torpedoes. They hit really hard. They've got decent range. The one thing about it is that Squid will have to show some side. He's going to have to turn if he wants to use those torpedoes. He's got his guns turned, so maybe Reejr will take him out here. He does.
Вражеский крейсер уничтожен.
That is kill number 4 for Reejr. A little over 100,000 damage now. And he's tanked 1.173 million potential damage. That Podvoisky is still in the game. That's kind of amazing. Algerie looks like he's trying to get the heck out of here. I have a feeling at this range this is probably going to do it for him. He's hit the speed boost, but I think it's a little too late. Oh, so close, Reejr.
Горим! Пожарная тревога!
Torps are probably back up now, so we're just going to have to really be careful with his maneuvering here. Somebody's going to finish off that Algerie. I guess it might be, yeah, somebody was going to get him. But Reejr's going to have all his guns loaded and Z31 at 6.5 clicks, 7 clicks. That's it for him. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a Kraken for Reejr. Nicely done, Reejr. That is kill number 5, just under 110,000 damage. And now it's a question of, can Reejr finish this guy off? That enemy New Orleans over there, he's not done much. This would be a charitable way of putting it. I think that's it for this New Orleans. It is. That is kill number 6. Reejr is burning out of control, and that's going to be it for Reejr. But taking a look at the big board, 80 shells on target, 1 incapacitation, 3 Citadel shots, 6 ships sunk, 11 secondary hits, picked up a Kraken, tanked 1.355 million potential damage. That was a great game, Reejr. And I'm sure it was very satisfying to put shells on both Chuck and Squid. And Alf, I know you were working in that Grashpe. And it looks like this one's all over but the shouting. Yeah, the good guys have got 2 ships, bad guys have only got 1. And one of the 2 ships on the friendly team is a Giulio Cesare, which means that this New Orleans, even if he stays angled, he's going to get sunk. So at this point, I will say thanks very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed watching this as much as me. Again, Reejr, great game, man. If you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. And I'll see you next time.